might have been stripped this.
Vizio, paying attention to Marshall.
So
I'll be with you in just a moment.
I'm gonna hope. I'm gonna hope that I can turn this screw.
Coming up here any.
I hope.
I know my microphone is super low because I'm facing the wrong
I'm
direction.
gonna hope. Right now, I'm hoping.
This thing pops up. I gotta.
Oh yeah, look at that.
Come on, here it goes. And something's gonna happen in just a minute.
Oh yeah,
Come on, YouTube, catch up with me.
look at that. Just like it was made to do it.
Why are we connected to AirPlay? Why
But
is this
the
happening?
hex key has been stripped out in
I
there,
don't want to go
and
connected to AirPlay.
it's not. My hex key is not getting a
Hey,
good
there's
bite.
a gas station. I see Robbie's out there. Frank Turza's
But
there. I have no idea what
and
this
the
thing's
post
doing,
is
but it looks
staying
like
put
I'm
down
live. So,
flush with the
let me turn
body.
Marshall down just a little
So
bit. All right. Hopefully you can all hear me okay. Got the bench much more set up now than it was. For now,
check our string action. See now I got
sure
all these saddles
SM58 is
nice and
right
flush.
there.
So chug mode.
The camera
No
is my
cut in your
iPhone
hand.
balanced
Yeah.
balanced on a clamp.
Now that was difficult, wasn't it? You know.
Because I have to make some other changes.
That was tough.
Boy, oh boy, have I got some things to talk about
I'm so
today.
happy to see this
So, if you guys are with me last week,
back to life at this point.
you
And
saw
I'm
me
guessing that the
putting
string
this
action is
neck
awful darn
back on
close
here.
as it is.
And at the
Probably
time,
totally
I
solid
had the shims in it, which I no longer have. I've thrown them away.
at this point. You put a shim in the
And
neck.
I'm going to explain why here in a minute.
Put a
Anyway,
shim in the neck.
you saw as I was putting these
And
in, I got
neck
to
angle
this
adjusted ever so
screw
slightly
down
to
here.
make it
Hey, George, welcome, welcome.
force these to be
Well, I
raised
say
up
George.
so that our
Hopefully it is
saddles
George. I
are
think he
now
told me that once.
level.
But if it's not George
So
and it's Jorge, sorry.
that is what we are going for. That is
But
always
thank you
what we're going for.
swinging by.
You set up a Stratocaster
Appreciate you
and the
being
set
here.
screws are coming up out of the top of your saddles. Go ahead and put a shim in
I don't
there.
know. Can you hear me now?
Be afraid of doing that. So the string action on this instrument is almost dead on right now where it sits.
Make this a little sweeter.
So I'm gonna make some minor adjustments here.
Do this
just real quick. I'm gonna check the neck relief next with the 9-gauge strings on it. 3/64, and our low E string is way too low, and I don't know if I have enough thread here to raise it up.
Let me see here. That should be a whole lot better.
Somehow
my preamp got turned off. I'm not sure.
We'll see.
Are we better now? Can we hear the speakings?
Oh boy.
That looks much better. Looks like I got a much better signal.
So is that?
All right.
We're at 4/64. And I'm going to lower the G string ever so slightly.
All right. Now I should be all right. I don't know how my preamp got turned off. Can we all hear me okay now? Let me get this over here. I can also gently move this microphone a little bit closer to my mouth. All right. Hello. Holy mackerel. Hopefully this is working better now. These are all things we're going to talk about today. Everything you see here is things we're going to talk about. You all kind of know I'm good. Thank you, George. Now I've got so last week I had a heck of a time with this screw getting it in here. It got really difficult to turn as I got closer in, so I just stopped. Was getting to the end of the thing. I was kind of pushing to try and get the neck back on and do something cool. Well, I don't know if you guys would be able to see this really well. I'm going to try and hold it in such a way that you can.
Now,
perhaps
here's the deal. I can't.
You can tell that this is tapered on the back side of the guitar.
It's
right here.
too much.
I hope that's coming through.
It's more than I would want.
It's
yeah. We're gonna let it sit overnight and see if it does.
Therefore, there are two different lengths of screws. Now, the first time I put this back on, by some grace of stupid luck, I actually got the screws in the right place when I did quickie test fit with the neck. And then I didn't with the other. So that's why I actually made the point, don't use power tools on your guitar. It's very tempting to do that. Had I used the power tool on this particular operation as an inexperienced person, I might have driven that longer screw right through my fingerboard. So I'm basically doing this as a don't be stupid like I was. And do that. Now, all that done, let me move this out of the way here, flip this over. There goes the camera. There, my cameraman, he done did the thing. Yeah. All right, did we not fall down? I don't know why that thing's doing airplay. Hang on just a second, I gotta do something. All right. Yes, I know things are moving. All right. Ask not what your country can do for you. Just try not to kill yourself when moving camera equipment around. All right. There. Okay. Now
up a little bit higher in pitch.
It's. Whew. All right. Has anybody died? Is everybody all right? Anyway. Now we can see here. I did not put the screw through the fingerboard. This was kind of nice. And I know I'm still working. This whole light thing is a work in progress. See if I can tip this my way just a little bit. I don't know. We'll see. Something's gonna. I don't know. I'll probably get sued with light copyright or something. So anyway, sweet. That's gonna be on Hippie Show. Cool, Robbie. I'll be probably having Hippie Show on in the background. Marshall is still back there fixing and resurrecting that guitar and working on my new. I'm so stoked that his apprentice is getting to look at how to do that Floyd Rose setup. That's a great opportunity for him. So I did the thing we talked about, the dumb thing that I didn't by not looking at the screws ahead of time, making notes of different lengths, different things. So when you're tearing your guitar apart, yeah, maybe look into that. Just a thought. So we got this here now. So this is no shim, folks. This is no shim. I'm a little bit low here, but these aren't all adjusted right. So I'm going to sacrifice, or potentially sacrifice, a set of strings. I've ordered them, so I'll have an extra set because I'm prepared to have to take this apart. I know my truss rod's adjustment's all right. I know I'm starting with basically a flat neck and frets that are level. So I'm not going to take this off and put the shim back in it that I made, because the shim that I made, I hated it. Out of the guitar pick, the thickness was great. Making it out of the guitar pick material was a great stopgap measure, but that particular nylon guitar
Totally
pick
counterintuitive
material,
to you, but I've worked
nah,
on
bad
thousands
juju.
upon thousands of guitars. Floyd
Oh,
Rose's Strat style Leo Fender designed
hang on.
whammy bars. They work. They stand tuned better if you use the bar and if you allow that bar to float. It's physics
Hang
take
on.
over at that time, and what happens is if you do use the bar and the guitar falls out of tune a little bit, you just tap that bar again or lift on it and you're right back in tune. They are remarkably stable tuning platforms. Dare I say better than a Tune-o-matic. Um, there you go. That's my two
There, you
cents
said
on
it,
that.
right?
So we're awful darn close with this thing to actually
I'm
plugging it in and
impressed with
hearing what
what
she
he's done
sounds
with
like.
resurrecting this guitar.
Let's see. Okay, we're hoping that. Okay. Let's
Hey,
see.
Mike. Glad to see you,
I
Ruddy.
can't adjust the truss rod anymore, so we're good on that. Let's check our string height. Oh, and there's definitely one other thing I want to do before I play this guitar. So the string action now is just a little bit high.
Doing what I'm doing right now, I pay a lot of attention to what Marshall says.
I'm calling it a little bit. Oops, sorry, you guys. My camera guy's drinking again. Okay, let's take care of these.
Mine might have been drinking
These
again
first
too. You never
two,
know.
the E and the B strings. This first fret action is just out of hand on those. I should have a 16 thousandths. That's 11. Where's my 16 thousand? Oh, there it is. No. Huh. My feeler gauge isn't where it's supposed to be.
Oh, I hate it when my tools walk around of their own accord. That is so frustrating. Tools, listen to me very closely. Stay where we want you to be. Don't walk around aimlessly. It drives us crazy because then we can't find you.
Since Friday.
So we're going to talk about guitar luthier tools today too.
I wish I could work 7 days a week, but I do need a day off once in a while.
Yes, you do need it. Marshall does need a day off. I guarantee you.
Okay. Damn it.
Do I have speakers running in here? That was weird. Could have swore I thought I heard some speakers running in here. It should be weird because normally I'm getting a lot of feedback when that happens. Yeah, I work 7 days a week for a minute and no fun. Absolutely no fun.
Okay. Well, I knew it was going to come to this, but I'm going to have to start doing it. Damn it.
Uh-oh. Yep, he did the magic. Frozen camera happened. I don't know what he does when that happens. It's got to be a glitch in the camera program.
I found it. This is not the right one, but it's close enough.
I'm gonna send him a message. Let him know that camera's wingy dingy. That's all right. I can reach my coffee now. While I'm sending him a message about the frozen camera, here. Go back here to Marshall. Camera. Frozen. No, not frozen. Yeah, frozen. There we go. With an N. Camera frozen. Hopefully he gets that message. Hopefully you guys can all still hear me. But anyway, apparently I can't do two things at the same time. We already knew that. Where did I put them? There they are. My glasses. You gotta have my glasses. Oh. Yeah. I did similar things, Charlie. So as a result of the things that I've done, the mistake that I made with the screw, which thankfully, because I was using my hand screwdriver, I stopped and just kind of reassessed it, took everything apart, looked at it. Now the reason I don't like that nylon stuff, see, just so this is, don't need to see my hair. It was kind of misaligned, as you can sort of see here. I'm going to do the best I can. Hopefully this will do something with it. Anyway, and these would kind of shift in the pocket because there was one coming from one side, one coming from the other. So I had already decided I was going to do something different. That something different was going to be one of these things. I had a plastic container that was a decent thickness, so I had cut a piece of that. And then I found one that was even thicker. So this right here is probably half again, especially in this vicinity. It's probably half again as thick through here as this is. I don't have a set of calipers yet, so I'm going to buy one of those cheapy digitals. And then I found this thin piece that was the bubble packaging for this saw. So this stuff is not, it's plastic, it's not compressible. We all know how much I hate plastic. So repurposing and reusing this as shim material for guitar necks, because as Marshall said earlier, it's always awesome because, you know, we ruin the tone of the guitar by putting any kind of a shim in the neck. People are stupid. So anyway, now I have 3 different thicknesses. I'm going to trim off a lot of this stuff here and just keep the flat. Clearly, I'm not going to use this curved portion. But anyway, that'll give me some shim material. And the reason I was talking about, that leads me to why I was talking about sacrificing a set of strings, because I'm going to have to see if I don't need a shim. Now that I've done the fixes that I've done, I need to put strings on it, get it up to tension, check the neck relief, do all the things as though I'm finished with everything, even though I'm not. And that is why I may have to sacrifice a set of strings. Because if I do have to take it apart again and tear it down, it's not, I'm just going to put another new set of strings on it. And re-stretch them and do the full meal deal. Because everything you do with the strings kind of makes them... I am well. Hello. Hello, Violet and Janice Lala. Violet's Inspiration Soup. Man, you got to check out her channel if you want some... Woohoo! That was unawesome. Let me fix that. My cameraman apparently uses meth. I don't know. This is beyond drunk, I think. So that should fix that. Let's see here. Now, can we see me again, or are we looking at the floor? I don't know. So I got this saw. This was one of many choices for making...
Boy, OBS just loves making
nut.
My camera stop working.
There we go. Marshall's back. There we go. So, all right.
Boy, how annoying.
Anyway, I can use this saw for many other things, but I got it primarily for doing this and taking care of the piece. Anyway, check out Violet's channel. Hang on, let me turn Marshall down just a little bit. He's really loud. Listen to him play this guitar that he resurrected. God, it was fun watching him fix this thing. The guitar that couldn't be repaired. his normals, but definitely worth it. Oh, you're welcome. And
something a little wonky about this.
don't just, she's got like 9, I don't know, is it 9 channels, Violet? All different kinds of content, art and crafts and homemade items and songs and a cappella singing and oh yeah, there's so much to watch there. I'm not exactly sure why my Insta suck is blowing up.
Fine tuners.
I want to make it clear, I do not like Instagram.
Before you started tuning the guitar up, right?
Man,
before you start,
there are so many pretty 20-something girls out there that think I'm just a hunk of hunk.
Raise them all the way up like you did.
No. And it does this every day. Yeah, see, this is all these are Instagrams. They're all the new followers I've obtained. All these girls. I don't know if you guys are hearing those come through or not, but it's a bunch of them. And every day I'll get 10 to 20 of these follows. And if they try and talk to me, I got to go in and block them. And oh yeah, it's I don't like Insta suck. Do not like them.
Bridge, where the strings that go through the block in this guitar, those strings, the ball ends are hanging up on something in there. They keep popping a little bit. So not a real big fan of that, but
not a lot you can do about it. Now I heard, I don't know if it's any good. I'll have to ask Marshall this directly. But I heard that if you have a problem with them seating, you can like stuff an old one in there first and then put an, I don't know, sounds kind of scary to me, like a little bit Jimmy rigged. No offense to Jimmy, but you know. Anyway, it's supposed to be a fix if you're having problems with your ball ends not wanting to seat properly. You can put some others in there and stuff them in there really tight, supposedly, and then you can still get your string through, and then that gives you smooth surface for your new ball end to go up. I don't know. It sounded, like I said, I thought it sounded kind of hokey.
We'll see. We'll measure the string action again.
Hey, Conspiracy, welcome, Clay. Anyway, we're going to listen to Marshall play this guitar. I'm going to turn him down just a little bit more. All right. Hopefully you guys can still hear him in the background. So all that said, I'm not actually going to work on the guitar today. I'm going to do some setup stuff. For what'll probably be the final assembly. For now, the neck's not going to come off. It's going to stay on there. This Westcott ruler, I recommend if you're going to do any of your own work on pretty much anything. These little metal rulers are great. They have a very, very accurate straight edge. They're very resilient. Cork back so you can lay them on a fine finish. Presuming you keep it there. It can bend, it can twist. I highly recommend this for your bench needs. As I mentioned, I bought this $8 saw. This is 52 teeth per inch. A lot of the other saws that I saw advertised were like this were advertised as like 17 or 23 per inch. Well, that sounded hacksaw blade-ish to me. This is described as a razor saw, and it kind of looks like a big single-sided razor blade. It's not sharp like a razor blade, I promise. But it will make a fairly fine cut, and that blade, as you can see, super thin. See if I missed anybody. Robbie, Violet, Janice, Robbie. I already said Robbie. Charlie Gabalden. Brody's in here. George is in here. Frank was in here. I don't know, these people all have lives. They may not be in here anymore. But thank you all for coming and hanging out while I talk about my stuff. Man, this guitar that was unfixable, you're seeing Marshall play there in the background. Oh my God, that thing sounds like crap. I would like to hang it on my wall. Yeah, it's nice when he resurrects guitars. Nice to watch that. Well, I got interested in doing my own stuff, and look at me now. I'm taking my Ibanez RG apart, doing crazy stuff with it. So, as some of you know, his apprentice is working on my latest guitar. I decided to drop the dime from some of my car savings and pick up the Predator EXP Plus that they have in the shop there. It has a Floyd Rose. I want a Floyd. You guys all talk about putting a Floyd on the Ibanez in the future. I'm not going to do that now. I'm able to get this thing. He's shown it a couple of times. There we go. I feel like I'm competing with him. Yeah, it's quite the deal. I need to be set up on the other side of the room for that. And what I think I'm going to do, Charlie, I'm glad you brought that up. So I did want to mention that, so I'll stop and do that right now. I'm going to set up a private stream, probably through StreamYard, because we're not really caring about anything other than being able to reliably communicate in a private chat with video. So I'm going to set up a time. I'll send you the link for the private chat. I'm presuming your email is available on your channel. If it's not, shoot me an email at TheFalcro1234@gmail.com. You can find that also in my About section on my channel. Shoot me an email so I can send you the link, and then we'll go through that. I'll show you what I've done. I'm no expert. Marshall helped me get mine set up. But Marshall's so busy, I don't want to inundate him with just one more thing to do. So try and see if I can remember enough of how to set up that sound to go through OBS. I have it set up doing that right now from Reaper to this microphone. Sound is going through Reaper and into OBS via RiaStream. No, I am using RiaRoute, VST called RiaRoute, and that is preferable to the RiaStream VST, but I have that set up as a backup. So we should be able to go through those parameters and get those. Both of those I think are included with stock Reaper without going to get any of the special stuff. So anyway. Yeah, this is a nice little saw. It's pretty rigid. I mean, it will flex. I don't know if you can see that, but I'm putting, for a thin blade, I'm putting quite a bit of tension on that to make it bend. This spine is pretty stiff. It's going to tend to want to make this stay straight unless you're really cranking your hand side to side. But I got this mostly for doing the cutting and shaping of the face, because I have to go through this. And my other alternative, I don't even know if I can, yeah, I can't reach it. My hacksaw's up there. But anyway, it's one of the hacksaws that has the through handle with the blade then sticks out freely at the end, but those twist, and I mean, it's great if you gotta shove it in somewhere and get a bolt cut, or maybe try and get a slot into something or something like that, but it's not very good for fine work, and I'm hoping that this will allow me to do that. The other thing, that a fine benefactor, whose name shall not be named, but whom you all know, sent me this. Nice, Charlie. Nice. My grandfather shaved that way. I never, nope, not gonna do it. Anyway, this showed up in the mail last night, yesterday afternoon, maybe this morning. I don't know. It was in a package and it was for me. So I opened it and this was inside. What is that, you say? This is a file set for doing the nut slots. This is the ENG. I don't know if you can see that, two-sided, 10 and 26, and then it just goes on up. Or the E, I said ENG because it said EG on the handle. I meant EMB. Anyway, those were sent by an anonymous supporter of my channel, apparently.
At least that was in it.
Just showed up here. What's Marshall talking about now? Oh yeah, the credit card. Yeah, the credit card shim.
I don't know. There was our shim in the neck.
I got another one on why that was like that.
Okay, you guys. So we brought one back to life today. I've got some more work to do on the electronics on this guitar to figure that out. And I want to look into some shifting that I'm thinking is happening down here in the bridge. And we'll solve that soon enough. But if I sent this guitar home to this kid today, he would absolutely love it. But we want to make it absolutely right. So,
yeah, I'm stoked to have some nut files.
Hey, thanks, Hugh.
Doing this.
Yeah, this thing kind of turned into a pain in the neck. I was expecting nothing less.
Another guitar.
I mean, it's super Joey,
yeah.
How is that thing? Are you feeling good about it? Let me borrow that piece of crap. Is it?
It might not be.
Okay.
It's pretty close.
That's my new guitar.
The dude that owns this guitar is watching right now. Right? Well, he owns half of it anyway.
Half of it.
That's funny.
That's hilarious.
Let's see what this thing does.
Let's see how he did on his first setup on a Floyd Rose. I don't know what I would have done. Would have sucked. Marshall, don't kill yourself, please.
Okay, so wow, the output jack on that old Sterling ain't no joke. It does not want to come unplugged.
Right? Saw that.
That's awesome.
Yeah, no problem with that jack on the Sterling. Ooh, I heard
What's the
it
first
make
chord I should play on this, Mr. Richard? You tell me. Oh, I just noticed something, Joey.
Yes?
Check the guitar strap, strap locks.
Were they all loose?
Well, this one's definitely loose. You always snug them up till the felt usually gets squished pretty good. I didn't check this one, but I'm just going to put a screwdriver on it. That one's pretty good.
My
that's
face
usually
is
the one
hurting
that's
because I'm
loose.
smiling.
Dude, that looks great.
Way stoked.
That just looks perfect.
It's just beautiful. It's done great.
Let's check her tuning.
Ooh, it's making guitar sounds.
I've been dreaming for the day that somebody handed me a guitar that was in tune. Wow. I do it for everybody else. It just never happens.
Right on. Right on. Let me spin the room around, folks. There we go. Sounds pretty good, I gotta say. I'm gonna be a freaking rock star. Do you hear that guitar? I'm gonna sound like that.
Let's see.
I forgot. I put it over here. Oh my gosh. Oh yeah. Yeah. This is working for me. This is absolutely working for me. I need to see the chat though. Nice. You guys are hearing the landscapers. Sorry for that noise. Ain't nothing I can do about that one.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a live stream of a live stream. My knees hurt.
Thing. When you get done,
that's a guitar that I just bought, and Marshall is having his apprentice set up, and now he's playing it for me.
Insane whammy sounding
goodness.
Shit.
Absolutely.
You gotta kind of do that with them. Literally get.
This guitar looks fucking fantastic.
Where's my 3 mil? There it is.
Why is that making noise?
And then
it's supposed to be no volume
the fine tuners, because you'll end up out of room to adjust them.
All right.
All be dipped. Wait a minute.
Uh-oh, do we not have it locked
That's
down?
That's a standard. That's what went wrong there. Uh-huh. That's what happens. Put the metric in the standard case.
Oops. That's not good. Yeah, is a live stream because the thing as I spun a room around. I still got a couple more things to talk about on the guitar thing, but
really?
I had to stop for this.
You might have been able to cinch these up a little bit more.
Okay.
Yeah, you can. They were good. They were probably holding them. Don't be afraid to give them a little bit more. I always say it's not an Arnold Schwarzenegger moment, but it definitely could have probably given them just a little bit more.
Cool. I'm stoked that this apprentice kid is getting to check this out. Hey Zach, welcome to. Well, now you're watching. That's my new toy. This Predator EXP Plus with the Floyd Rose. The way I understand this was made. It's a licensed Floyd Rose that was made specifically for PV. I don't understand what all the fancy stuff is, but I have so much to learn now. I'm just getting myself set up to go with the Ibby. But that's been a great adventure. It's all good, my niece. I appreciate you just hanging out. I mean, I'm hanging out in 2 chats myself.
When you're tuning these, be very careful not to even touch any of the other strings. Like when you're tuning, if you're letting your hand rest against these lower strings, can you hear the pitch change?
Yeah.
If you're pushing on them at all, then you go and lock it down, and you're something to pay. It just makes the tuning accuracy a little bit more. I do it. I catch myself doing it still because I tune so many other styles of guitars. But you should do that also on Strats and things that have whammy bars. Just like, don't touch anything.
That makes sense. Not to touch the other strings when doing the tuning on them. I don't know if I actually do that or not on Ruby. I'll have to pay attention next time I'm tuning her up. I don't have to tune her very often.
On here, when
a couple of times a week. I haven't played her for like 3 days. I bet I'll pick her up. I bet she's in tune.
Usually the string tree does a pretty good job of keeping them from falling out of tune.
Look, I'm gonna sound like Judas Priest or something. Oh, I'm excited. I'm super excited.
Do all that. These things are in. It's in tune forever. You'll never have to tune this, Richard.
You'll never have till a string breaks. That's freaking awesome, man.
Cool.
And it's pretty.
Good job. Cut those strings off. Ship it. That thing's done, man. It's great. It feels really nice to play, man. Here's your snark in the back. Okay. Well, there we go. Now I'm done. I gotta go eat some lunch. I'm hungry. It's time to eat. Yeah, I'm hoping I got word from the DMV today that they got my paperwork finally. I waited 3 weeks without a notification that they didn't get my paperwork, so that held me up. Otherwise, I'd probably be able to drive to Portland, Thursday or Friday this week, but unfortunately. Yeah. Yeah, that's a sweet guitar. It feels a lot like my my RG. The neck's a little different, but pretty sweet guitar, dude. You got a good one. Pickups sound nice too.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, the pickups sounded awesome, man.
Yeah. Okay, you guys, have a really wonderful.
All right,
what day is it? It's Tuesday. Time for me to eat.
Talk about just
Peace,
a couple
y'all.
more
Thanks
things
for hanging
here.
with me today. I had a really fun time working on
Smash
this guitar.
a like for Marshall if you haven't already.
Back to life, and I knew I was in for something
your
interesting
like.
on this, and it certainly was. A lot wrong with that guitar, unfortunately. But y'all have a great Tuesday.
Sweetness.
Peace. Hit subscribe. Hit the notification bell.
Do all that stuff.
Go ahead and hit the thumbs up if you care.
Cool, man.
Hit the thumbs down. It all counts.
It all counts, right? Yeah, exactly. It all counts. All right, let me turn me off, and then spin the room around to me here. Now we're gonna go back over there, and I'm gonna talk about a couple other things real quick, like. All right. Now I should mute that mic back there, but I'm not going to. So I'm stoked to be moving forward. I'm definitely going to be. Why is that not working? Hi, did it stop? It's not supposed to stop. I make it go again. Troy Cam. Come on, working. There we go. I gotta balance it up here again on this clampy thing. I don't know if I can do that again. There it is. All right. I think we're set up now. I think that we're going. Yeah, look at that. You can like see my face. I'm sorry. Anyway, so the Ibanez RG is definitely getting a full meal deal now, and as you guys saw in that, the reason that I went for this PV, Marshall said it was in good shape, that it was a decent guitar, and that he'd give it a look over, make sure it was right, and it is. So the price was right, and it is going to be my Floyd Rose guitar because I wanted a Floyd Rose, as I talked about with this RG. I was going to get that FX one. That that you can add to any guitar without routing it out. Well, I can't buy. That's $390 or $380 some dollars. Yeah, I can't. That's too much money. I can't do it. I can't justify that. I can justify the money for the entire guitar with a Floyd Rose on it. Now I have Floyd Rose, but that aside, you know, it's a PV. Who knows? Who knows? Yeah, that candy apple red is something else. I just don't know. So the RG, my RG, is gonna get the full meal deal. Now we're doing the nut. Gonna do the whole thing. So once I get past the strings, next time we're gonna string it up, I will actually go through most of the setup process with a set of strings to see where we're at, to see if we need to use a shim or not. Because I talked to Marshall about it, and he agrees with me. Sacrifice a set of strings and see. And so that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna sacrifice a set of strings, finish the setup, knowing that it's gonna come apart again. And you know, is what it is. But I need to know where it's at now. I don't have to change the nut for any of that because as I'm making the new nut, I'm going to be making adjustments on that. Lord Spike Protein, welcome, welcome. All hail, Lord Spike. Thanks for popping over here. What we got here? Yeah, my knees hurt is cooking food. I like steak rare, my veggies steamed. I don't like them too mushy. I like them to have some firmness and maybe even a little bit of crunch. I don't like mushy Brussels sprouts. I like my mini cabbages to still have some crispiness to them. My favorite way to have Brussels sprouts is actually to slice them in half and throw them in a pan, quick sear them with some olive oil and a little bit of sea salt. Very fun, very fun. Yeah, I'm one of those. I'm one of those that I don't fault anybody for how they eat because nobody faults me for how I eat, generally speaking. And if they do, they're stupid anyway. Yeah, don't puree my meat when I'm old and frail. I'll gum that shit to death. You put it in a blender and I'm gonna throw it at you. That's just all there is to it. And don't tell me I can't eat meat because I will eat the meat. You see, I will, I will die choking on the meat I can no longer chew. I love red meat. I cannot imagine not having it. Now, I don't eat a lot of red meat anymore. Not like I used to before I got the new highway system up in here. Now that I got the new highway system up in here, I kind of eat more fish, more chicken, a little bit of pork, you know, occasional bacons, occasional bacons. We'll see how that all works out. Oh yeah, it can. It can. yeah, it gets more difficult. I still have most of, so somehow through my meth addiction and all the crap I've done to my body, I still have most of my teeth. I've lost 3, so it's not too bad. I brush my teeth better than I used to now because I really appreciating having pretty much full set of chompers without having to have any of the other stuff. One of my friends has got full dentures, has had them for many years, and wow, I just am thankful I don't have that. I don't have that pain in the ass in my life. So you are going to see me cut this block down into a more RG nut-shaped device. And this is, for those of you who don't know, this is a Graphtec Tusk. It's my nut of choice. I really enjoy the Permalube thing. I had this on another guitar and I really liked it. So I think it was my Glary Strat that I put I didn't get the black one, I got the white Tusk Permalube nut, and really liked it a lot on that one. I don't have that guitar anymore. Somebody else is making music with it, and I think that's awesome. So anyway, we're gonna make that into a nut-shaped object. Should be interesting. I am making a couple of presumptions. I don't know how much of this you guys can see on the camera, but there is, on this side, there are 3 holes. Indents. Holes is the wrong word. That's just, that hole right there is just from the injection mold. And then this side has the part number and Tusk, blah, blah, blah on it. So I am presuming these down to the bottom and words to the back. So when I cut the nut, it'll be, the face of it will be cut here. I'll cut the angle off, leaving this at full height to start with. Then we'll get the ends trimmed up close, and then I'll glue the nut on and finish the shaping and lowering and all that on the guitar. That's my plan, unless somebody makes me think something different. I'm excited to see where this goes, and it's going to take longer, probably another 3 weeks away on having the RG wired and done, presuming the neck doesn't need shims and I don't have to do a bunch of stuff with that. Then I think we'll be good to go. Yeah, why your teeth don't get there, I can't imagine. Would not be fun. Okay, well, now pureeing the grilled meat and adding it to your chili recipe is different, Lord Spike. That is well, that's chili. Chili can have that in it, but not when I'm eating my steak. Don't make me a steak and then throw that bitch in a blender. That's what I'm talking about. So be clear about that. I don't want my steaks pureed. Now, if you want to puree some meat, put it up in some chili. Yeah, I like me some chili. Can't eat it as hot as I used to, but you know, now I just make it mild to begin with. Let it cook and simmer all day, and then I put 4 or 5 hot sauces out there, and people can just make it whatever they want after the fact. That way I don't have to eat as much ice cream, because ice cream's not good for me anymore. Hey Doc, how you doing? Dog Paws in here now. The people up there. So yeah, we're gonna be doing the full meal deal. I was gonna shortcut it and not do the nut. I was. But with the anonymous benefactor that got me the nut file set and this little razor saw, I have the tools, I believe, to to make this happen. Looking at a little cheapy clamp-on table vise, whatever you want to call them, just to have some extra hands. I've got the extra hands for doing the soldering and holding a circuit board kind of thing, but that's not really going to hold the nut very well for me when I'm trying to cut that angle on the face. So I think I'm probably going to do that. I'll just make some soft jaws for it, and you can have one of those little 2-3 inch jaws, which is plenty big for what I'm doing. That just clamps onto the desktop. I bet you can get them for $8 or $9 on the Jungle Penis store. Sadly, that's kind of the way things go now. I wish they didn't, but they do, unfortunately. Yeah, some people have that kind of an issue. I don't, thankfully. So wait a minute, I got to make sure I'm reading this right. Yeah, if you want an eye opener, holy smackerel, watch King Corn. Just search it, you'll find it somewhere. Most times you can find it to watch somewhere for free. If you've never seen it, it is an eye opener. Absolutely blew me away when I watched that. I can see that me and this setup has got to change. This is temporary. I have to do some things here to make me be able to put my my other cameras up. So it'll happen. It's fun. Oh yeah, I can't not eat meat. And like I said, if someone makes a lifestyle choice to be a vegetarian or a vegan, or they're doing it as a principle because they don't like the killing of the animals or whatever, I'm fine with that. You don't have to do that. You do not have to do that. You are under no onus with which to do that. Oh man. Anyway, so that's kind of my announcement. I kind of wanted to see the whole guitar thing come on. I kind of hoped you would be able to show me that today, and he did. I'm glad that you guys all got to see it. I'm gonna pack it up and go play with Douglas for a little bit, and maybe actually do some laundry. I've talked about it for 3 days now, so I should probably actually do it. Be nice to have my clothes clean again, because they're all dirty now. So thanks everybody for coming by. I really appreciate you hanging out with me on these as we learn this stuff together. Like I said, my biggest message today: don't use hand tools just use hand tools on a guitar. Don't use power tools. I know Marshall says that and makes the joke because he's using a part, but he's a very experienced hand. I'm a pretty experienced hand with using a drill driver for putting screws in. I built a lot of stuff. However, in this particular instance, I'm really glad I was using a hand screwdriver. I probably saved ruining my neck. Had I been using even my screw gun turned down, I think that might have driven that long screw far enough that it would have, if nothing else, it would have went into the fingerboard, and that would have been bad. So rock on, everybody. Thanks for hanging out. Don't be me. Do smart stuff and check the links of your screws before you put them back in. Make sure you don't have a tapered pocket or a tapered body like I do on that RG. I never paid attention to that. Lessons learned, but nothing got ruined, and we all got to learn something together. It's exactly why I'm doing this. So thanks, everybody. I'm going to spin the room around, say goodbye, and then we'll be out. Ugh. All right. Let's see here now. Can we do it? Can we do it? I don't know, maybe. So restore the chat. Look at me, I'm all spun around here. Make that room come around. There we are. I eat all of those things. Every thing that you listed there, knees, I eat it all. Yeah. Yeah, I don't like eating bugs unless they come out of the ocean. Crabs, lobster, clams, mussels, oysters. I haven't had the opportunity to try a sea slug, but I do it. Octopus, of course, tuna, flounder or halibut, pollock. I've eaten a lot of stuff. Right? Right on. See, that's what I like to see. Other people's diets are their diets. They're not my diets. Anyway, I'm getting out of here because I'm rambling. I love you guys. And we'll see you tomorrow night on the Lame Live. I probably won't be wearing this shirt. But if I am, you know I didn't do laundry today. Rock on. I'm out.